Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to the universe.
Guess I'm locked in. Looking for a piece of mind. I've been trying to redefine life. I can see the signs. Word is going to see me shine. Fighting for my soul's sake. Whipping fast, no brakes.
Peace and blessings. Beautiful souls, I am Queen, Ashe. In the deep forests of West Africa, where sunlight barely touches the ground and the trees seem to whisper ancient secrets, there is a story told in hushed voices. The story of the Aziza fairies. The Aziza are not ordinary fairies. They are spirit beings, small in size but powerful in wisdom. Some say they live inside trees, especially silk cotton trees, where the roots run deep into the spirit world. Others say they appear only to those who are pure in heart, lost in nature, or in need of guidance. They are known as teachers of survival and magic. Legend says the Aziza once shared sacred knowledge with hunters and herbalists, how to find food in the forest, how to heal with plants, and how to listen when the earth speaks. But they do not give their wisdom freely. You must respect nature, move in silence, and never take more than you need. There is a warning in their story, too. If you enter the forest with greed, anger, or disrespect, the Aziza may hide themselves forever. Some say they will even mislead those who try to exploit the land. But if you enter with humility, you may feel them before you see them. A sudden breeze when there is no wind, a flicker of light between branches, a voice that sounds like your own thoughts, but wiser. Some elders believe the Aziza are not just spirits of the forest, but guardians of balance, protectors of nature's memory, messengers reminding us that the earth is alive, watching, and responding. So the next time you are walking through nature and feel like you are not alone, pause. Listen closely, because it might not be your imagination. It might be the Aziza, reminding you that some worlds are just beyond what the eyes can see, and not everything magical is meant to be proven. Some things are meant to be respected. I am Queen Ashe.
Let's talk about the African fairies, also known as the Aziza. And these are the type of fairies you want to run into. Now, the Aziza is West African Dahomey tribe folklore mythology, and they are the complete opposite from the Irish and Scottish fairies that we're talking about that are known to be very demonic and tricksters. The Aziza are extremely peaceful, friendly, and helpful. Now, the Aziza people are known to live deep in the forest and associate with ants and live in ant hills and silk cotton trees. And if you see them, they'll probably have some very beautiful butterfly-like, vibrant, glowy wings, and they're super helpful. Now, if you're having some survival issues in the forest, these are the creatures that you need to help you with. They're known to give hunters good magic and help them hunt and find food and fresh water and build shelter. And that is why a lot of people used to summon them or try to come in contact with them, because back then, the only way they could eat was to go hunting or fishing and looking for food on their own. They couldn't just go to the store and get food. So the Aziza helped the hunters by giving them some of their good magic abilities. And did y'all know that there's even a plant named after them because they are the
Yeah, so there's actually quite a few known African fairies.
Yeah, and we've actually painted some of them.
Yeah, so over here you have the Yumbos, which are Senegalese fairies, also known as the Baknarakna.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Or they're kind of like the Scottish good neighbours.
Yeah.
So they're like, they dance under the moonlight.
They're like really small.
They're really small. And we've also painted the Aziza twice. So this is one of them. This is another one.
So these are Dahomian fairies.
Yeah, these are Dahomey fairies, and they basically teach us to respect nature and be kind to the planet and earth.
They're known to have given humans the gift of fire.
Yeah. And we're also currently painting the Marisha, not finished yet, but they are like Ghanaian fairies, and it's said that the ones with black wings are tricksters and the ones with red wings are... No, the ones with black wings are safe and the ones with red wings are tricksters. Don't get that mixed up.
Yeah, you don't want to see these ones.
But yeah, so there are black fairies. There's quite a few, and we've painted some so you can see them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You've heard of fairies such as sprites or pixies, but have you ever heard of the Aziza? They originate from West African folklore, especially among the Fon people of Benin. Stories of the Aziza also appear in regions such as Togo and Nigeria. The Aziza live deep in forests, far from human settlements. The Aziza appear as very small humanoid beings, appearing as small as fingers and hands. Many stories say they have butterfly or butterfly-like or insect-like wings, often having a soft glow that gives them away in the darkness. The Aziza are spirits of the forest, existing to guard knowledge and maintain balance between humans and nature. The Aziza teach humans who show respect, passing down survival techniques, herbal medicine, and spiritual knowledge. They avoid arrogance and cruelty, and if you disrespect them and the forest, they disappear. Or potentially worse may happen. The Aziza are severely lacking in mainstream media. African mythology does not get a lot of love, and the Aziza certainly deserve more love. They are portrayed in the Aziza Chronicles, written by Trevon Malik Roach Carter, Desta and the Aziza by Quentin Allen, Aziza and the Aten by Danielle Larragee, and children's literature such as Aziza's Secret Fairy Door, written by Lola Morayo. The Aziza reminds us that knowledge is a gift, and nature only shares it with those who listen. If you want to learn about more fairy-type creatures, follow for more, and comment what mythical creatures or beings you want me to share next.
The Aziza are tiny, radiant, fairy-like tree spirits that originate from Benin folklore or mythology. Basically, Tinkerbell with brown skin, foresty hair, and a bum. They either live inside silk cotton trees or dense bushes. Just think nature in general, but not weeds, because weeds are disgusting. So they like nature, not all nature. Boo. They reward respectful humans with tools, charms, and wisdom. They taught the first hunters how to make fire, how to create weapons, and how to use medicinal herbs. However, when it comes to those who are greedy or harm the forest, they remain unseen. Like other fairies, they are definitely mischievous, but only in times where they need to teach somebody a lesson. So normally it's pretty harmless. Obviously they represent human harmony with nature, but even more so, they embody the idea that we must be kind to even people that we don't see. Ciao.
In West African folklore, particularly within the traditions of the Dahomey Fon, people of modern-day Benin and Togo, the Aziza are powerful elemental nature spirits. While often translated as fairies or elves to fit Western frameworks, they are much closer to sacred guardians of the wilderness and repositories of ancient esoteric knowledge. Here is a breakdown of their lore, characteristics, and spiritual significance. Appearance and nature. Unlike the tiny winged fairies of European folklore, the Aziza are deeply elemental and tightly connected to the earth. The smoking pipe. They are frequently described as small, hairy humanoid beings who are almost always depicted smoking a pipe. The smoke is said to blend into the forest mists, dwelling places. They reside deep within the sacred virgin forests, specifically making their homes inside anthills, silk cotton trees, ceiba, and the massive roots of sacred baobab trees. Elusive and shy, they are not inherently malicious, but they are fiercely protective of their privacy and their environment. They rarely reveal themselves to ordinary humans, keepers of secret knowledge. The Aziza are revered as the ultimate teachers of mankind. According to legend, humans were once primitive and lacked the skills to survive in harmony with nature, until the Aziza chose to share their wisdom. They are credited with introducing humanity to the magic of fire, teaching humans how to strike, control, and utilize fire for cooking and warmth. Spiritual herbalism, deep knowledge of the medicinal and magical properties of forest plants, roots, and herbs. Sacred hunting, teaching hunters not just how to track game, but how to do so with spiritual respect for the animal spirit, ensuring the balance of the forest isn't broken. Interactions with humans. Because they possess the secrets of the natural and spiritual worlds, the Aziza are central to the lore of traditional healers and hunters. The chosen ones, the Aziza, do not take students lightly. They occasionally encounter hunters or spiritual seekers wandering deep in the forest. If they find a person to be pure of heart, respectful, and spiritually grounded, they will kidnap them, not out of malice, but to initiate them. The chosen person might disappear into the forest for days, weeks, or even years. When the Aziza returned them to their villages, these individuals possess supernatural knowledge of healing, the ability to read signs in nature, and a powerful connection to the spirit realm, often returning as high-ranking shamans, medicine men, or legendary master hunters. Cultural impact and legacy. The belief in the Aziza travels far beyond Benin. As a result of the transatlantic slave trade, the spiritual essence of the Aziza crossed the ocean and integrated into the spiritual practices of the African diaspora. Elements of these forest-dwelling, wisdom-keeping spirits can be found mirrored in the Yowi of Caribbean folklore, the Sasabansum or Momoasha, the forest elves of Akan/Ghanaian lore, Gu, the fawn god of iron and war, who is heavily intertwined with the wilderness and the raw materials the Aziza guard. Today, they stand as a beautiful symbol of the belief that nature is not an empty resource to be conquered, but a living, breathing library of spiritual wisdom waiting for those who know how to listen.
Do you know the Aziza? The Aziza are a type of fairy from African mythology. In West African legend, folklore, and mythology, the Aziza are known as tiny people of the forest who live among anthills and silk cotton trees. They are kind and benevolent nature fairies. Beautiful humanoids with wings like butterflies, they often glow with a magical light. Unlike European fairies that are known to be vindictive and mischievous and chaotic, the Aziza are thought to be kind. They often help travelers with forest survival, fire, and wisdom. According to legend, they taught human beings many crucial skills necessary for surviving out in the wild. My name is Kara S. McIntyre. I'm the author of The Eden Saga, and I'm currently working on A Dance of Blood and Destiny, which is inspired by the Aziza Fae and their mythology surrounding them. My main character is an Aziza Fae princess whose father went missing when she was very young. She signs up for a deadly test of virtue called the Eldritch Trials because she believes she can find information about what happened to her father on the island of Elderton where the trials take place. She's also trying to get out of an arranged marriage that her parents are forcing her on. So yeah, you can pre-order A Dance of Blood and Destiny on Amazon. I want to know if there are any other books that have Aziza Fae characters because I just kind of fell in love with the mythology. If there is, can you let me know in the comments?